Nukes Top 5 videos so scary it goes up to 11.
These go to 11.
You just get accent.
Let's do this.
This next video was recorded by a man named Javier from Argentina. Javier says that he was worried about his friend Antonio as he hadn't heard from him in a while. So he drives over to Antonio's house to check up on his friend. Javier bangs on the front door.
So he felt compelled to take out his camera.
He calls out Antonio's name. Again, no answer. So Javier climbs over the wall into Antonio's backyard and goes to the back door of the house. For some reason, the door is open. Fearing the worst, Javier goes inside to investigate. What happens next?
If all Javier's got is a camera phone, and that's stupid.
Antonio.
Your boy's done been oofed and you're going in there with a camera.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. I wouldn't trust it if I wasn't armed. If I was armed,
Like
I'd go check on my boy.
911. Hey, yo.
Toño, soy yo. Javier.
Nope.
Turn on a light. You don't know where a light switch is?
It's your boy's house. You don't know what the light switch is?
Hey, loco. Soy Javier, boludo.
I'm walking through my boy's house, not turning on any lights and just using the light from a camera phone.
Che, loco, ¿sos vos? Ya fue, boludo. Vine a ver qué onda. ¿Cómo andás?
Go away.
Che, loco, si sos vos, salí.
Seriously. No rational person would sit there like he's doing there.
Javier doesn't know what is going on, and he doesn't want any part of it. He decides to just leave the house and call the police. But just as he's about to exit, he hears a strange sound from somewhere behind him. The next 30 seconds are like something right out of a nightmare.
Turn on the lights.
Yo, loco. That you, bruh?
I think this one's staged.
Did you see it?
I saw the lights.
A door swings open by itself, and someone or something with glowing eyes seems to peek over the upper glass of the door, 7 feet in the air. Javier has had about enough and just makes a run for it. He says that whoever or whatever this was, it certainly was not his friend Antonio. After calling the police over to the residence, Javier learns that his friend has tragically passed away inside the house, just behind that door that he couldn't open. Javier is so upset and confused by the whole ordeal that he just can't let it go. He decides to return to Antonio's house in search of answers. It did not go well.
Esta es la pieza.
You return to the scene of the crime.
I mean, this is
Dead
just...
mouse.
Yeah, I ain't buying this one.
I don't know about this one.
Un poco de
Good story, but like...
frío estar acá, se siente una carga
Of course you do.
pesada, qué sé yo. Qué mierda. ¿Qué pasó?
Probably after he posted the first video, everybody in the comments was like, turn on the lights.
Hey, hey. ¿Quién anda ahí?
That black bar is very distracting.
Yo, turn around.
You went to the bathroom?
What is this, a horror movie in like 2003?
Well, now you know something's going to be in the shower curtain.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like,
that's what the movie would do.
Lean up against the door so it didn't get in there.
Hola. ¿Qué mierda anda ahí, la concha de su madre?
Nay! No! Would have opened the door, just throwing punches.
Hey, hey, hey!
I don't know about this one, guys, for real.
And with that, Javier is done. He leaves the house, and to this day, he claims that he has no explanation for what happened inside.
I bet he has a little.
I don't know.
A house without history. A family living in Kansas City, Missouri are away from home one night when their Nest security camera captures something truly bizarre. A shadow-like figure about the height of a child can be seen moving from the upstairs bedroom. The figure doesn't appear to walk or run, but rather float at a high speed before it just disappears into thin air. A small childlike voice can be heard calling out, "Help." The family has never experienced anything paranormal before, so they have no idea just what this could be. The house was only built 15 years ago, and they've searched online, but they can't find any strange history about the house or land. So just what is this? Let me know what you think. We need
Did the people that live there have
videos.
kids?
So if you see anything that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to us at nukestop5@gmail.com.
That's kind of important to know.
The uninvited guest. A family on Rote Island in Indonesia are gathered to celebrate a birthday when one of the guests captures something truly chilling on camera.
I think we've seen this one. Was it a face in the mirror?
A strange uninvited guest can be seen looking into the window, watching the family as they celebrate. Now, without a source, we'll never know exactly what's going on here. So, tell me what you think.
I think it's somebody standing behind the window.
Malformed. That's what it looks like.
Cave Crisis. Alex Cantrell from the YouTube channel Underground Explorers is invited to explore a cave on his friend's ranch in Texas. But the cave is partially submerged
That's not
in
okay.
water, making it very difficult to enter and explore. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that this video is not exactly anything paranormal, but it is very scary and 100% real. It's especially scary if you're even the slightest bit
Yeah, I'm already
claustrophobic.
like freaking out right now.
In accordance with YouTube guidelines, I want to stress, no one was seriously injured in this video. The following footage was recorded by a professional cave diver. Do not attempt to do
It's sad
this
that you have to
yourself.
say that.
All right, so Alex
People
is
are
joined
just
by a
dumb.
few of his friends as they begin to explore the frightfully
Yeah, I wouldn't do
small
that.
Yeah.
cave.
Like, I would just look at it and be like, nope, out.
Look at this. We got an oxygen meter now. so people won't be mad at me. So what all does that show? Carbon monoxide?
Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, and low oxygen.
Cool.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah. So we got the action adventure twins here helping us out. As you guys are like, Matt, check the oxygen. Oh, danger levels.
Breathe on it a little bit.
Danger.
Danger.
It's waterproof?
It is, but I don't think it's gonna work too well. Like the little intakes get clogged with water.
It's gonna be hard to keep that thing out of the water.
Alright guys, we have made it out to the cave that's on the demolition ranch. Or off the ranch.
Wait, is it beeping already?
Well, see, I immediately dunked it on the water.
I told you.
So,
Bruh.
you know, I don't think this is gonna give us the accurate. Probably not accurate.
Or the entire cave has bad air.
It might.
Get into
That is so uncomfortable right now. I'm not even there and I'm over here like hyperventilating.
Yeah, when it starts getting that small, really, though, that's where it's just, there's no turning back at some point.
As they work their way deeper and deeper into the cave, the passageway becomes smaller and more claustrophobic. Eventually, there is barely even room to breathe above the murky water. This is when the exploration goes horribly wrong.
Imagine.
This is where we're at right now.
I love that they're saying this is intense.
Yeah,
That makes
we
me
heard
feel,
that yet.
That makes me feel good because I was scared in here and I'm like, what if these guys just come in and they're like, oh, it's a piece of cake, let's climb it.
Yeah. No, this is a little rough.
Yeah.
I feel the rope on my foot. So much water in my ears. Yeah, same. Oh man.
Water in my eyes.
Snorkel would be nice right about now. Yeah. I got so much water in my nose.
Why would anybody want to do this?
Yeah, don't look for him. Does it really go further? Is he under? Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. I can just barely hear right here. So loud. This is the waiting area.
Is he standing on top of him? Like, did he go down?
He just bailed.
Alex's friend and fellow cave explorer Jacob is a little further ahead in a part of the cave that is so submerged that there's barely room to breathe. As he ducks under the murky water, Jacob becomes confused and panics, breathing in a mouthful of the dirty water. In a terrified frenzy, he tries to back out of the cave as fast as he can, but he slams into Alex, dragging him underwater too. Luckily, the two guys make it out safely, with only a few scratches to remind them of the terrifying incident. This video once again goes to show that sometimes people, even your own friends, can be much scarier and more dangerous than anything paranormal. And I don't know about you, but just watching them in that cramped little tunnel gave me the heebie-jeebies. Now, you can watch this
I would
entire
not.
exciting cave exploration and many more over on the YouTube
At all.
channel, Underground
Yeah, that's way more
That's
Hiding Under the Bed.
unnerving
In another
than some of these
video shared to
videos.
TikTok without a source, a man is woken up in the middle of the night by a strange thumping sound coming from under his bed. What happens next is absolutely
Did you look under your
horrifying.
bed? Don't. That's like rule number 1. You don't look under your bed.
Yeah, but now you have a phone, so you have to stick your whole head down.
The man looks under his bed but sees nothing that could explain the mysterious thumping. But then a horrific thing comes sliding out from under his bed.
Was that
and the video
E.T.?
cuts. Now, I'm in no way claiming that this video is real, but it is definitely very
It is creepy.
And real or not, I'll leave that for you to decide. The haunted USS Salem. Seth Borden from the YouTube
You had
channel
to show
Seth
underneath
Chase,
the bed
Josh
first
Exploring with Josh,
so that people
and
understand
paranormal
there's
investigator
nothing in the
Steve
hat.
Dillon from Haunted Nights joined
got the
together as they
chicken.
set out to investigate the many reports of paranormal encounters on board the historic Navy cruiser, the USS Salem. Although the USS Salem was never involved in any military combat, it was often used as an emergency relief ship and gave medical aid to horribly injured victims, both civilians and Navy crewmen. It is said that up to 400 people have died on the USS Salem throughout the years, including men, women, and children. Today, the Grand Historic Ship is preserved as a museum in Quincy, Massachusetts. Many visitors and employees claim to have seen or heard paranormal activity while on board the ship. The ship's caretaker, Don, explains to the group of investigators that one very active spirit on the USS Salem is that of an older sailor who they refer to as Chief.
And this is, I think, where the chief hangs out.
You think the chief is here?
Well, I think the chief hangs out in here now.
He holds
Well,
her.
wow.
I would say that like chief is the authoritative
I
figure.
would say the chief is the guardian of the ship. The chief is the man who is
You sure
concerned
that's him?
with people disrespecting the ship and things of that nature. And when the pandemic first started and I started working at home, I let my hair was longer than yours. I mean, it was down to like the middle of my back. And every time I came aboard, the chief would yank my hair.
Oh man.
Like, excuse you, you're out of regs.
The guys decide to do an EVP session to try to communicate with the ghost known as the Chief. The recorder captures some very disturbing responses.
Can you speak into this device in my hand with the blinking red light? That's what a religious killing right after I just been holding it.
We are a what?
We are something clear as day. Yeah.
That's so vocal too. Yeah. Dude.
We are here.
Event. We are crazy as ever.
What is that last word?
It's 2 syllables.
Yeah. We are.
We are alive. We are something.
Do we just sit there and try it one more time?
Yeah.
Because now we've heard them, we can tell them that we can hear you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Let's
right
bring it
there.
back. All right, I'm gonna do it again. We heard you say we are something. We can't understand you. Can you repeat yourself? We are what?
Can the chief come down here and talk to us?
Chief, if you're here watching us, can you tell us your
You're
name?
out of regs.
Oh my god, I did it again.
Bro, I don't even want to film. Like, if this is
Every question.
Oh my god.
no, bro. I don't want to film.
Oh my god.
Oh, we got some.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just gotta show you this. I'm never one to like show off evidence to like people until like we leave, but like I just want to show you this.
Yeah, we want like the raw
Yeah.
reaction to this.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
You've heard them get pissed off like this before?
Really?
The group believes that they might have made contact with the entity known as the Chief, and it seems that they have really
I was like, so. Good job,
Next, they
guys.
investigate the mess hall, a large room that is said to be where the Chief appears the most. Using an Ovilus device and an EVP recorder, the group questions the spirits that haunt the ship. And this is when things get downright creepy.
Who's following us here? And why are you screaming?
Helpless.
Helpless. They're helpless.
Oh, we're helpless.
That's way worse. Sometimes.
My hair just got touched. I literally just felt my hair get.
He said every time he came out here, he got his hair pulled when he had long hair.
My hair was longer than yours. I mean, it was down to like the middle of my back. And every time I came aboard, the chief would yank my hair.
If you saw it on camera, but I felt it. Holy shit.
That one might have got it. Yeah, well, mind you.
Oh, good point. Flashlight's on.
Dude.
Just like what happened to the ship's caretaker Don, something seems to touch Seth's hair. But that's not all they captured. Now, before this next clip, it should be mentioned that the ghost of a young girl and her mother are also said to haunt the USS Salem. When the explorers review their footage, it seems like they might have encountered one of these spirits without even knowing.
Maybe we should...
Alice.
Alice?
Alice. A woman's name, right after we heard a woman's voice.
Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
If you watch closely, you can see a figure that looks like a girl in a long skirt walking in the background.
Oh.
Alice?
A woman's name, right after we heard a woman's voice.
Alice?
Right after we heard a woman's voice.
Dude.
So did the group make contact with the chief? Or, well, did the chief make contact with
Yes.
Seth? And is this the ghost of one of the women who haunt the ship? I leave it up to you.
I just don't put a lot of stock
You can watch this entire
spirit
investigation
boxes.
over on the YouTube channels, Seth and Chase, Exploring with Josh, and
How else are
Haunted
you supposed to
Nights.
gather evidence?
The waiting room. Trixie Joy
Not
Velasco
bad.
from Davao, Philippines is in the hospital giving birth to her daughter, while her fiancé Dave is waiting in an empty hospital ward nearby. While waiting, he sees something that sends a chill down his spine.
Sasha, yawa koresa. Alak kayo. May ungon sa bawas. What?
There's no one in the room, but as Dave looks under the bed, two legs can be seen standing at the other side of the room. He looks up, and again, there's no one there. Dave is pretty freaked out. So did he accidentally capture evidence of the paranormal? Or just who or what do these legs
the guy
belong
that
to?
laid down when you went up and started filming up above.
Playtime is over. Lorelai Gonzalez from La Paz, Uruguay says that the 10-year-old daughter of one of her family members recorded a very creepy video while she was playing in her bedroom. The young girl is proudly showing off her brand new kitchen playset to the camera when suddenly she gets the scare of a lifetime.
Ahora tengo dos tenedores así.
Oh, the doll turns
Una
his head.
rosita, igual
What?
que el cuchillo que mostré
Got a
al
doll in it.
principio.
Something stupid's gonna happen with that.
Y este tenedor amarillo. Voy a tener,
It's always the doll.
perdón, se me está cayendo todo. Dos cuchillos amarillos iguales. Tengo esta tacita, rosita, y esta tacita,
Just burn those things.
como fucsia. Huevo. ¿Sí?
Yeah, that would do it.
A creepy little doll seems to push over a plastic cup. The girl is a little confused but shrugs it off and continues showing her playset. Then the doll's arm lifts up and falls back down all on its own.
She said
The girl
nope.
makes a run for it, flipping her camera and yelling for mama. According to Lorelai, the video was recorded years ago and the girl is now 14 years old. But she is still freaked out by this whole incident. They have no idea how the doll could have moved by itself, so this creepy recording remains a mystery to this day.
Dolls are the vessels for energy.
Off the wall. 6 months ago, Reddit user AMRV5 moved into an old apartment along with her two roommates. Since then, posters, pictures, and basically anything they hang on their walls will frequently just fall to the floor for unknown reasons. This has happened so often that the three roommates are starting to get a bit freaked out. One night, Reddit user AMRV5 is all alone in her apartment. Something happens that is truly bizarre.
There's the ghost of a renter that's like, I've said no holes in the wall.
A picture frame on the wall rocks back and forth
I
on
don't
its
know.
own.
That's just an awful lot of
Desk chair
stuff to happen
slowly
at one
moves
time.
to face her. The video cuts out there because Reddit user AMRV5 is so terrified that she hurries off to the kitchen to wait for her roommates to come home. Now, after posting her video to Reddit, shocked viewers ask if there might be a more logical explanation. For example, maybe the air vent above the picture is simply causing a draft. So AMRV5 explains that her thermostat is set to turn the heat on at around 4 p.m. every day, and that this could possibly cause an air current. So the next day, just before 4 p.m., she grabs her phone and records the vent.
This is our vent test. We have about a minute until the heat's supposed to cycle on. We're gonna see if that does anything to move the picture frame.
It's not gonna move the picture frame.
I would laugh if it moved the picture frame. She couldn't cut all this part out.
Not gonna move the picture frame. Be quiet. That's nice. Dude threw my shoes everywhere.
Is that an apartment complex?
Look like there's a house.
The heat did not come on yet.
While waiting for the heat to come on, there's a loud bang at the door. When AMRV5 goes to check it out, she finds that a shoe has fallen down the steps. But then, another loud bang, this time from inside her apartment. She hurries back in and finds that the picture frame has fallen completely off the wall. So what do you think is going on?
I think you have a ghost of an
Could Reddit user AMRV5's apartment
renter who doesn't want holes in the walls.
Up to you to decide.
He's done told you like 5 times now.
Popular Czech ghost hunter Danny Threeman from the YouTube channel TV Twix and his friend Dominic set out to investigate an old abandoned laboratory in the Czech Republic.
Looking like Ren.
The building is a source of controversy and tragedy, as unsuspecting employees of the laboratory were forced to undergo horrible experiments to test and study dangerous chemicals. In some cases, these chemicals were fatal. Now, years later, locals claim that the spirit of one of these employees still haunts the building, still afraid and still angry. It's around 4 a.m. when Danny and Dominic find a room with a single bed frame, possibly a bed that belonged to one of the lab employees. They activate their REM pod device and quickly realize that something is not quite right.
Já to zkusím položit na tu postel, víš co? Kámo, čekuj, ta postel vibruje, kde byl. Je to vidět? Ona se hejbe, kámo. Kámo, ten přístroj se úplně zbláznil, vole. A ono, kámo, vibruje celý ten rošt s tím přístrojem.
Yes.
The REM pod wouldn't have done that either. Oh! It wouldn't have done that either.
Kámo, ta postel se hejbla. Lidi, víte to tam vzadu?
Píčo.
To volíme rovně, že jo?
Kámo, ona šla ke mně, vole.
Kámo.
Kámo. Ty krávo, OK, děkujeme za znamení. Takže víme, že jsi tady s náma. Máme odejít z této místnosti pryč a nechat ti tvůj klid? Ano, zkus se nám znovu projevit.
Yeah, get out.
Ty krávo, to si děláš prdel. OK, děkujeme za znamení. My tedy tuto místnost opustíme. Necháme tě tady v klidu, nebudeme se ptát na další dotazy. Nevíme, kámo, co se tomu dotyčnému stalo, proč je tady. A jdeme odsaď do prdele.
Get out!
Ty píto! Kámo, to si děláš prdel, vole.
Kámo.
To šlo po mně, kde byl, kámo. Ty krávo, kámo, sedu na to. Sedu na to.
They just leave the REM pod. We can get another one.
And the bed suddenly moves toward Danny. The two investigators stay calm, but when the bed aggressively slides across the room, they just get out of there. After gathering their courage, they decide to investigate the building's laboratory. This lab was the site of many horrible experiments and tests that were conducted on the building's employees. Danny starts to ask questions to try to get a response from the paranormal presence in the building. For around 20 minutes or so, nothing much happens. But then things take a terrifying turn.
Jsi tu s námi, je tady nějaká duše, která by se chtěla projevit na nějakým z těch přístrojů. Jsme tady jenom kvůli vám, abyste nám ukázali, tu jste, a pak se samozřejmě zeptáme na nějaké otázky, proč tu jste. Ale jako upřímně nevím, přijeme, že už tady jsme asi 15-20 minut. Přístroje, zatím nic. Trošku jsme to tady přeorganizovali, tady byla lepší energie, ale...
Kámo, viděl jsi to?
Co?
Čum?
Řekněte se hejbe, kde byl.
Kámo,
je to vidět na tom videu, nebo ne?
Ne.
Vidí?
Kámo, asi jo. Já nevím, kámo.
A čum, já jakoby, i když to jako se zkusíme jako ustabilizovat, tak stejně se to jakoby trošičku jakoby hejbe, víš? Všim si z toho? Vidíš?
Jako ale vítr tady, kámo se to... Kámo.
To byla ta židle teď?
Jo, hej, viděli jste to lidi?
Kámo, co si to do s náma hraje, vole. Proje se nám, jestli si tady dotkni se těch přístrojů, zkus něco s něčím pohnout, něco posunout. Kámo, ta židle zase, vole.
Kámo.
I don't know about this one now.
Kámo, já bych šel do toho dál, vole, víš co?
Vole.
Kámo, čekuj. Já jste vidět lidi, a ta židle se fucking klá, kde byl. Kámo, jen tu kameru a natoč to zblízka.
Já to přiblížím, kámo.
Nebo vidět, že fakt nikdo nic ničím neděláme.
I saw a woman walking down the hallway.
Nějaký loophole, nebo...
Já nechápu.
I did not see that.
Yeah, because my eye caught it before she like vanished.
Jsme tady hnuly věci, ale ty přístroje nic, vole, že?
A metal chain swings back and forth by itself. A chair moves and vibrates much like the bed frame they discovered earlier.
Did you see it? I sure did.
Most terrifying of all, the strange translucent figure of a woman in a dress seems to walk across the hallway.
Caught it.
The TV Twix team doesn't realize what their camera has captured, and even though they're freaked out by the bizarre movement of the chair, they continue to investigate, moving to a new location with an absolutely gruesome past. The incubator room. According to local legend, a man was tied up and tortured to death in the back of this room. As Danny is telling the story, things start to get weird.
Tím, že vlastně ho přivázali, lynchovali jako svině, tamhle v tom zadním inkubátoru, ho prostě normálně zavřeli, jo. A to je možná ta duše, protože když jsem o tom zrovna mluvil, jako že ho zavřeli, tak se nám to projevilo, jako že asi ano. Kámo, ty dveře toho inkubátoru, jak kde byl?
Nevíte to?
To si děláš prdel.
Kámo,
ten přístroj furt jede, ten rempot. To si děláš prdel. Kámo, co se to tady děje, ty vole?
Co bylo?
Kámo, nevím, mně přijde, vole, že ten rempot jakoby furt zvyšoval teplotu. Vzadu mi přijde, že se hejbe, kámo, to lano, vole. Vlastně mi to zdá.
Kámo, jestli taky...
Já nevím, možná už mám, kámo, fakt halucinace.
Ne, fakt, kámo, se hejbe asi, ale...
Myslíš? Kámo.
Kámo.
Ty dveře,
kámo. Já pečím, vole.
Kámo, to si děláš pryč.
Open the door. If you're gonna be that brave, go ahead and open it. Stick your head in.
Jeden vlastně jiný přístroj.
Kámo. Hej, kámo, já už jdu do prdele.
Ta židle se pohla teď, viděl jsi to?
Jo, viděl jsem to, kámo.
Ty
Open the door.
A ty dveře ještě, kámo.
ten přístroj, vole.
Kámo. Hej.
Kámo, jdeme do prdele, odsaď do vole!
He said I'm out.
To si děláš prdel, kámo, se nám ještě v životě nepodařilo zachytit tohle.
The TV Twix guys have had enough. The two investigators grab their equipment and just head home. So did Danny and Dominic capture proof of the paranormal? Could this be the spirit of one of the employees that suffered horrible experiments here? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
No.
You decide.
No, because I mean, no, there was no way.
This next creepy video was reposted to the internet without a source. Allegedly, a woman named Sarah is recording a video after she notices strange activity inside her neighbor's garage. What makes the footage so creepy is that her neighbors are not home. They're away on vacation, leaving both their home and garage completely empty. This is the video.
Get the salt. That thing is moving way too fast to be.
Okay.
A light flickers and something seems to quickly race back and forth inside the garage. Whatever it is then stops and peeks out at her, staring right at Sarah before quickly disappearing out of sight. Now, without a source, it's impossible to know exactly what's going on here. But whatever this is, moves at a speed that's just a little too fast for a normal human being. So what do you think this is? Let me know. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video. You can also follow me on the socials and say, hey there, what's up, buddy?
Buddy.
Anyway, hopefully I will see you again next week.
Next week? You promise?
Do you pinky swear? Bruh, that one was good, Newt.
Yeah, they had a few that were elaborate. I don't think I believe most of them, but this last one, without a source, like he said, but then without why was she filming the garage? Was she just walking by randomly and said, what is that? Stopped and started recording, or was it her home, or?
They said it was like her neighbor, or the neighbor that was recording it.
So then my question becomes, if I know these people and I live across the street from them and I see that going on, I'm going to walk up and go, what the hell is going on at Bill's house? I'm going to check that out. It's a different scenario knowing that it's across the street neighbor or something. I mean, I don't know. How could it go so fast? You could have a stick. You're doing that across, There's ways. I'll put it that way. There's ways. You can look at me crazy all you want. I'm just not going to buy that. Convenient. I guess that's the best word I can use. Is it's awful convenient in a lot of these.
That one with the incubator and the door and stuff, though, like he literally, it wasn't like a line or anything like that, because the dude literally walked across the other dude, and the way he was moving, it wouldn't have pulled the door open or anything like that. What else could it have been?
Well, let's just imagine, for the sake of possibility,
and then it opened again,
that they have a couple of friends that go out with them, and they set up, and one of them goes on the other side of the vent, runs a string to the chair. The other one gets inside the door. I kept asking them to open, but they would never open. And then I tug on the little line that's coming through the vent, little fishing wire, you'll never see it, and I just kind of yank on the chair a little bit. And then I yank a little more, and then I finally, third time, yank it really hard when they're investigating the door that I don't want them to open, because Jimmy is over there doing that on the inside. And then I got Tanya, she's got her white dress on. I tell her, when you hear us talking about this, I need you to...
You can say throw it. It disappeared. It vanished.
Let's just say it's not difficult to fake something like that. If it was real, I would be way more freaked out than they were. That's one thing.
They could have been doing it for a long time.
I don't care.
Probably desensitized to it. They freaked out some.
No, I don't care. If a bed moves towards you at an aggressive rate.
He scurried.
At that point in time.
He said, no.
You're going to be like, hey, I didn't do that. Did you do that? You didn't do that. I didn't do that. Why are we here? Go away.
Because that's why they're there.
Yeah, no, why bother? I mean, I'd be checking wind, I'd be looking at windows, all that kind of stuff beforehand. But if I had no actual way to define what just happened, I'm not sticking around for that. People
See, but that's why
Rambo.
paranormal investigators go to do these things, is to find stuff like that.
I know, but it's got to be stuff that can't be faked. And that's the hard part with a lot of this. A lot of it's very easy to do.
But what if it's not faked?
That's the tough question. I know there's a lot of money. Someone offered a lot of money to prove they actually had a ghost encounter, to prove it. No one has ever claimed that money. Although there's so many compelling videos that we see that we're like, that clearly was, it does not look fake. It looks like something happened. Yet no one has ever claimed this money. So it makes it difficult.
Yeah, because as soon as they start to claim the money, they're gonna be like, oh, well, you could have, just like what you're doing. Oh, that could have been faked, you know, that's not real.
Well, I mean, you have somebody analyze it that does editing for a living, professional, and can look through it and tell you whether or not it has been edited, or if some, you know, make sure you find people that go, okay, let's reenact this, like that show Factor.
Oh, yeah.
Let's reenact this. And if we can reenact it, we can't confirm that's actually real.
Yeah, but just because you can reenact it doesn't mean that it didn't actually happen.
No, it doesn't. But it does put a lot of doubt into it. And that's what makes it difficult for these. Either you just 100% believe everything you see, or you have to look at it from a pragmatic, you know.
I mean, you don't always have to believe everything you see. Like, I didn't believe some of these videos. But the rest of them was like, yeah, I could see that like being for real.
I could see all of them being for real if they weren't very easily manipulated. There's stuff I've seen that I was like, okay, that one I'll give you. I don't know how you would have pulled that off, even if you know. And there's been a few, but it's few and far in between. And that's all I got to say about that. The only thing I saw in this one that made me kind of wince back and cringe was the claustrophobia of the divers.
God.
That one's rough, because real life is real life. That ain't faked. That was 3 people that were just pushing the boundaries to the furthest limit they could.
I feel like I'm suffocating. I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah, I think once it gets to the point where my entire head
is like this.
If my neck is up to neck water, that's where I stop. I'm like, all right, I'm safe as long as my head is here. But that's it.
No, I don't even go. That's too. No.
Yeah, that's people pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits, and kudos to them. They got guts, but I'm not doing that. But get in the comments, you let us know what you thought. If there's one in here you want me to look at a second time, you think, okay, it's got to be real, or you can't prove that this one wasn't real type of deal, get in the comments, let me know which one it is. I'll go back and rewatch it. I'll get in the comments with you and we'll talk about it. Fair enough. That's all I got to say about that. Like, share,
subscribe.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Until the next time, guys, as always, come at me, bro.